Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Buckle up, because we've got some massive earth-shaking news coming straight out of Dallas, Texas, where the Cowboys are not just stepping onto the field for the 2025 NFL season, they're storming it with a vengeance that's got the entire league on edge. This is not a drill, folks. The Dallas Cowboys, America's team, are back, and they're not just whispering about making a playoff run. Oh no. They're shouting from the rooftops, fueled by the fiery resurgence of their quarterback, Dak Prescott, who's leading a charge that could rewrite the history books. It's been 30 long years since the Cowboys last hoisted the Lombardi Trophy, but mark my words, 2025 feels different. This is a team on a mission, a franchise ready to reclaim its place atop the NFL mountain, and it all starts with one man, Dak Prescott. So, let's dive into this breaking news, unpack what's happening in Big D, and explore why the Cowboys are the team to watch this season. At the center of it all has been Dak Prescott, a quarterback who's faced more scrutiny than most. Injuries, inconsistent performances, and playoff losses piled up, and the doubters were loud. Could Dak really be the guy to carry America's team back to glory? Was he built for the pressure of leading a franchise with such a storied legacy? Those questions hung over Arlington like a storm cloud, but as we head into the 2025 season, Dak Prescott is answering every single one of them with a resounding, "Yes, I am the guy." Let's talk about Dak's comeback, because this isn't just a bounce-back season, it's a full-scale resurgence that's sending shockwaves through the NFL. Rewind to a couple of years ago, and the picture wasn't so rosy. Dak was coming off injuries that sidelined him and raised questions about his durability. A devastating ankle injury in 2020, followed by nagging shoulder and calf issues, had some wondering if he'd ever return to his rookie-year form when he burst onto the scene as a fourth-round pick out of Mississippi State and led the Cowboys to a 13-3 record. Playoff disappointments only fueled the narrative that maybe, just maybe, Dak wasn't cut out to be the franchise quarterback Dallas needed. But if there's one thing Dak Prescott has shown time and time again, it's resilience. This man doesn't just weather storms, he thrives in them. Fast forward to today, and Dak Prescott is in the best shape of his career, both physically and mentally. According to Cowboys strength and conditioning coach Harold Nash Jr., Dak has transformed his body, packing on lean muscle while maintaining the agility that makes him a dual-threat quarterback. But it's not just about the physical. Nash says Dak's mental game is on another level. He's sharper, more composed, and exuding a confidence that's infectious. You can see it in the way he walks into the locker room, the way he commands huddles, the way he looks his teammates in the eye and tells them, "We've got this." One Cowboys insider put it best: Dak's locked in. Every rep, every snap, every meeting, he's like a man possessed. It's like he knows something we don't. And maybe he does. Maybe Dak knows that 2025 is his year, the Cowboys' year, to silence the doubters and make history. What's driving this transformation? Let's talk about Dak's offseason, because this wasn't some casual summer of rest and relaxation. Dak went to work. He spent countless hours in private workouts with his top weapons, wide receivers CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks, fine-tuning their chemistry until every route was second nature. He stayed up late into the night, dissecting film, studying defenses, and breaking down every play from every angle. This wasn't about chasing headlines or silencing critics. It was about chasing greatness. Dak himself said it best in a recent press conference. It's not about proving doubters wrong anymore. It's about proving ourselves right. We know what we're capable of. Now it's time to show it. That shift in mindset, from defensive to determined, has changed everything. Dak's not hoping to be great anymore. He's certain he will be. And the rest of the NFL is taking notice. NFL Network analyst Daniel Jeremiah, one of the sharpest minds in football, recently said Dak looks like a completely evolved quarterback. More precise, more deliberate, and with a chip on his shoulder that's driving him harder than ever before. That chip isn't just about proving himself, It's about carrying the weight of a franchise that hasn't won a Super Bowl since 1996. 30 years is a long time, folks, and Dak knows it. He's not just playing for himself or his teammates. He's playing for every Cowboys fan who's been waiting, hoping, and praying for that sixth Lombardi trophy to come back to Dallas. But Dak's resurgence isn't just about him. It's about the ripple effect he's creating across the entire Cowboys roster. Let's start with the offense, because this unit is looking scary good. The offensive line, anchored by future Hall of Famer Zach Martin, is playing with a renewed fire. They're not just protecting Dak, they're giving him the time to make the kind of downfield throws that stretch defenses thin. Running back Tony Pollard, now fully healthy after his own injury battles, is explosive again, feeding off the space created by Dak's ability to keep defenses honest. Then there's CeeDee Lamb, who's not just a top 10 wide receiver anymore, he's arguably top 3 thanks to his telepathic connection with Dak. Every slant, every go route, every contested catch feels like a highlight reel waiting to happen. And don't sleep on tight end Jake Ferguson, who's emerged as one of the breakout stars of the league. Ferguson himself credits Dak's leadership for his growth, saying, "Dak pushes me to be better every day." He's not just a quarterback, he's a leader. That leadership is transforming the culture inside the Star, the Cowboys' state-of-the-art facility in Frisco. Head coach Mike McCarthy, who's no stranger to high-pressure environments after winning a Super Bowl with Green Bay, recently spoke about the locker room transformation. When your quarterback is the hardest working guy in the building, it changes everything, McCarthy said. Guys look to him. They feed off that energy. And that's what we're seeing now, a sense of urgency, a belief. That belief is palpable. You can feel it in the way the team moves during training camp, the way they attack every drill with intensity. Insiders say this is the most focused, most driven Cowboys team in years, maybe decades. And it all starts with Dak. But let's not forget the defense, because this unit is feeding off the offense's energy and taking it to another level. Led by superstar linebacker Micah Parsons and lockdown cornerback Trayvon Diggs, the Cowboys' defense is one of the most athletic and aggressive in the league. Parsons, a perennial All-Pro, is a game-wrecker who can disrupt any offense, while Diggs has a knack for making quarterbacks pay for even the slightest mistake. In training camp, the defense is going toe-to-toe with Dak and the offense, sharpening each other in a way that's reminiscent of the old adage, iron sharpens iron. Every practice is a battle, and it's making both sides better. Dak's not just leading the offense, he's elevating the entire team, pushing them to match his intensity. Off the field, Dak's growth as a leader is just as impressive as his on-field performance. He's become more vocal in team meetings, setting the tone with a quiet intensity that commands respect. He's taken younger players under his wing, mentoring them not just as athletes but as professionals navigating the pressures of the NFL. And then there's the personal side of Dak's journey. This is a man who's faced unimaginable adversity, losing his brother to suicide, battling through injuries that threatened his career, and carrying the weight of being the quarterback of America's team. There were days when I wasn't sure if I'd ever play the same again, Dak admitted in a recent interview. But those moments made me stronger. They made me grateful. And they made me hungry. That hunger is what's driving him now, and it's contagious. Training camp has been a spectacle, with insiders reporting a level of intensity that rivals the best in franchise history. The Cowboys aren't just practicing, they're preparing for war. Every drill is executed with precision. Every play is run with purpose. The offense is clicking. The defense is relentless, and the special teams unit, often overlooked, is showing flashes of brilliance under coordinator John Fassel. This is a team that's leaving no stone unturned, no detail ignored. And at the center of it all is Dak Prescott, the heartbeat of this Cowboy squad. Of course, the road to the Super Bowl is never easy, and the NFC is stacked with talent. The San Francisco 49ers, with their loaded roster and defensive prowess, are a perennial threat. The Philadelphia Eagles, led by Jalen Hurts, are always a tough out. And don't sleep on the Detroit Lions, who've transformed into a gritty physical team under Dan Campbell. But here's the thing, none of those teams have Dak Prescott. None of them have this version of the Cowboys, a team that's unified, determined, and burning with a sense of purpose that hasn't been felt in Dallas in a long, long time. Former Cowboys legend Michael Irvin, who knows a thing or two about winning Super Bowls, put it perfectly. This is the most locked in I've seen Dak. He's not just trying to be good, he's trying to be legendary. And I believe he will be. Those are bold words, but in the NFL, boldness often precedes greatness. Dak Prescott's comeback isn't just about statistics or highlight plays. It's about heart, grit, and a vision for something bigger. It's about leading a team that's been waiting for its moment for 30 years. The Cowboys know the weight of expectations. Every game, every snap will be under the microscope. Every mistake will be magnified. But Dak embraces that pressure. "If you're in this building, you know what the star on your helmet means," he said. "It means excellence. It means expectation. And it means unfinished business. That unfinished business, the quest for Super Bowl glory, has eluded Dallas for too long. But for the first time in years, it feels within reach." The front office, led by Jerry and Stephen Jones, is all in on this team. They've made strategic signings and depth acquisitions to shore up the roster, ensuring there are no weak links. Veterans like Zach Martin and DeMarcus Lawrence are stepping up, setting the tone for the younger players. Emerging stars like CeeDee Lamb, Jake Ferguson, and Micah Parsons are ready to take the next step, to go from great to legendary. And at the helm is Dak Prescott, a quarterback who's not just playing for wins, but for a legacy. This is a man who's been counted out, doubted, and criticized, yet he's still standing stronger than ever. So, what does this all mean for the 2025 season? It means the Dallas Cowboys are back, and they mean business. This isn't a team content with just making the playoffs or winning a division title. This is a team that's laser-focused on one thing, bringing the Lombardi Trophy back to Dallas. The journey won't be easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments that test this team's resolve. But with Dak Prescott leading the charge, with this roster firing on all cylinders, and with a fan base that's ready to roar, the Cowboys are ready to take on all comers. As we head into the season, the excitement in Dallas is palpable. You can feel it in the streets, in the stands, in every corner of Cowboys Nation. This is a team that's not just playing for themselves. They're playing for every fan who's stuck by them through the highs and lows. They're playing for the legacy of those 90s teams, for the legends who came before them, and for the future stars who will carry the star on their helmets for years to come. Dak Prescott is at the forefront, a quarterback who's not just leading a team, but inspiring a city, a franchise, and an entire league. So, Cowboys fans, get ready. The countdown is on. The 2025 season is here, and the Dallas Cowboys are coming for it all. This is more than a season, it's a movement. It's a chance to rewrite history, to silence the doubters, and to prove that America's team is back where it belongs, on top. Dak Prescott is ready. The Cowboys are ready. The question is, are you? Let's go, Cowboys Nation. This is our year. Stay tuned to the channel for all the latest updates, breakdowns, and analysis as we follow this incredible journey. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single moment of what's shaping up to be a historic season. How about them Cowboys?